You're not seeing very much of me lately. I have been literally absorbing what I've received, what has happened, what I've comprehended over these last few weeks. The bridge is completely done. I know who brought it to me. I know why they brought it to me. And it goes back as far as thousands upon thousands of years ago to get the planet uprighted, because we are equal. We are already equal. So it's just to fix the mess that men made many, many, many centuries ago. This hit me in the tub today like a ton of bricks. Why you can't join me in this space. There's two people who had to come to the surface who prove that you can't do this. And these are people who are not that young. So it's not about, we have this phone that's attached to us since birth, we don't know how to take it out of our hands. These are people that had life without a phone in their hand. The first one is somebody that my daughter had play dates with her daughter when they were little. And just in passing one day on Facebook many years ago, she said, "Oh, I can't be alone. I can't." What do you mean you can't be alone? If you can't be alone, you might as well die and start over. All the work that has to happen to get you to your ultimate potential, to your divine space, to your space of grace and glory, you have to be alone and you have to be silent without a device like the kind I'm recording on right now. When she told me she was going into 40 days and 40 nights of darkness, at the soul level, I knew I was going in for more than 4 years of isolation. She lasted 14 days. I thought that's like 2 weeks. That's a long extended vacation for most people. But the reasons why she stopped and the reasons why she left broke my heart. If you're going to go into the darkness for 40 days and 40 nights, or at least give it your best shot, go in there alone. Do not have your phone with you. I don't understand this. Why would you set yourself up for this opportunity to go meet very specific guides and ancient leaders that you had planned on meeting? Pharaohs. I believe it was a pharaoh you were planning on meeting. You're going to take this time in silence to allow these meetings to happen. But you were upset because they wouldn't give you the charger. Things about a device stopped you from being alone. So you didn't do it because of the phone. I had to look back at my life to see where my aloneness was. All of my childhood, I had 2 sisters, but we were pretty miserable and alone. But I was engaged to John, and we moved to Boston. And then I left John at the altar. I moved back to Las Vegas. I moved in with my mother and her husband for 3 weeks. And then I moved into a loft apartment in Las Vegas. I was 21 years old. I lived alone from 21 to 26. I married Craig. I was with him 5.5 years. And then I was alone for more and more years. And then when I was with John, I was very alone mostly. But I left for a year. I went to Olympia. And then I went back and then left for good in 2022. I've spent countless hours by myself, alone. This is the first thing you need to get to, a space of isolation and aloneness, to where you can be alone, just you and the waves, you and the trees and the wind, you and nature, not with a device. You want to get to the space where I am. Describing it is just your youngest version of yourself. You feel giddy and happy and youthful throughout. And you know you could do 15 cartwheels in a row and get a little dizzy, but you'd have fun because nothing can stop you. You won't get sick ever again. But you've got to start by being able to be alone. You're not supposed to be in a family with all those people and then go to college and then marry him. You have no time alone. You've never had a minute with yourself. You have no idea who you're missing. You need to get away from everybody and spend countless hours by yourself. Don't have your phone and do not have music playing. Being alone, silence with nature. A thought comes in, ask it to go away nicely and be silent. You cannot get here when you have music in your ears, because that evokes emotion. That brings thought and memory. Silence is the only way here. Once you start the process of silence and become a master at presence, I'll zip you right through here. It'll be like that for you. But the first thing you have to do is be immensely happy embodying being alone. Being alone is the only way to get to your ultimate self. You can't get there holding hands. That's the thing. You guys have not been alone. You go from home to school to people to people to people. And you're in your clusters and clans. You have to be together. No. The only way to your ultimate potential and the gifts that you brought to this planet is being alone. That's it.